Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I last posted my longer video, but summer, school break, creativity crisis. Now we're back to normal. Bit of an odd angle today. That is because today we're talking about this colorful masterpiece right behind me. It's hanging in my living room, and I know you're probably thinking, wow, that is a lot of color. And you'll be right. But there is a story behind this which involves chaos, family, and me trying to control everything because apparently that's who I am. So buckle up because this is a story about art, life lessons, and a little bit of artistic OCD. So let's rewind to the beginning. A couple of months ago, 6 months ago, I had this great idea. One of those when you think, oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so Pinterest worthy and everyone's gonna love it. The plan: get a big, beautiful blank canvas, hang it in a living room, and let everyone coming through my house contribute a little bit. Friends, family, kids, everyone can leave a little mark, a doodle, whatever they wanted. I figured it would be this beautiful collective artwork full of meaning and connection. So yeah, that was the plan. At first, it was going great. People would come over, pick up a pen, leave a small doodle, a thoughtful swirl, or just a dot. Tiny, mindful contributions. It was coming together exactly how I envisioned it. Friends loved it. My husband added a little something. My kids, well, they started small too, and it was all very under control. But then came a plot twist. So one afternoon, my kids, being free-spirited, creative, little humans they are, decided they would contribute a little more enthusiastically than I have planned. They took the paint pans and they went full Jackson Pollock on the bottom of the canvas. I mean, it wasn't so much contributing as it was artistic explosion. It's like if someone gave them a shot of espresso and told to express themselves with paint. It was wild. Lines, scribbles, colors, everywhere. Like a hurricane, but with more neon. So there I was, staring at this canvas with this insane, chaotic mess at the bottom. And let me tell you, it was driving me crazy. I mean, I love my kids and their creativity, but it was just like they completely disregarded the whole vibe of the piece. The rest was so balanced and thoughtful in its own way. And now suddenly we had this explosion of chaotic, childlike scribble that just didn't fit. I did what any rational, totally sane adult would do. I turned to Instagram for validation. So I posted a poll and asked you guys to vote if I should leave it and embrace this chaos or I should paint it over and start anew. Because honestly, I was this close to erasing it and pretending it never happened. Just call it a happy little accident and move on. And of course, majority of you were like, leave it. Oh, it's a part of the process. It's authentic, a family project, which sure sounds lovely in theory. Let me tell you the reality. I could feel my inner control freak was slowly losing it. So I thought, okay, guys, you want me to leave it? I'll leave it. Fine. Or will I? Because here is the thing about being an artist. Sometimes you just can't help it. There is this need to fix things, to organize this chaos, and to make it all look cohesive. So, despite all the poll results, I gave in to my artistic OCD and I decided to just patch over those scribbles. Only those. Just a little patching, mind you. Nothing major, just enough to make it look, like an actual artwork again. So I start painting over it, big bold patches of color to block out the madness. And for a moment I thought, yes, this is it. This is what it needed. But as I layered the paint, something started happening. The scribbles, those wild, chaotic lines, began to peek through the paint. It was like they just refused to be silenced, like they were saying, nope, we're still here. And suddenly I realized it looked kind of cool. It was like looking at the original through tinted glass, softened but still there, as if the history of the canvas was embedded in the layers. It wasn't erased, just hidden, subdued. The chaos became part of the texture, and I found myself loving how the old and new were working together. At the end, I decided to leave 2 spots uncovered. Each one is over here and one is up there. Like little windows into original scribbles. They're like Easter eggs for somebody looking closely. Like a peek into how this whole thing started. And it made me think, as artists, we often trying to control the process. At least I am. Like when you have this vision in your head and you want it to go exactly as planned. But creativity, like real creativity, is about letting it go sometimes. It's about allowing the work to grow in its own unexpected ways. Like, I wanted this canvas to be one thing, but it became something else. And by looking at it now, it actually brings me to modern art. I know a lot of people look at abstract or modern art and think, what is this even supposed to be? I could have done that. And hey, maybe you could have, but that's not really the point, isn't it? It's not about making something perfect or even understandable. It's about creating something new, something that didn't exist before. Modern art is not about copying real objects or about making things look pretty. It's about expressing something more real, more lasting than the objects of our everyday lives. It's about feeling, not just seeing, and sometimes that means embracing the chaos, letting go of control and letting the work become what it wants to be. Artists aren't just making art to decorate walls or make things look nice. We're trying to create something that feels more alive than the mundane objects around us. And if we really want to understand that mindset, we need to go back to when we were kids, back to when we built things out of blocks or made entire worlds out of sand. Because back then we weren't worried about perfection. We were creating for the sake of creating. So this canvas is not what I originally imagined, but it's okay. And it's better because it's real. It's a, call it, reflection of life. Chaotic, messy, layered with moments, both intentional and unexpected. Even though I try to control it with these color blocks, but it chose its own path and I just let it live. And honestly, isn't that what creativity is all about? Learning to let it go and let the work grow on its own terms. So here's my challenge to you, whether you are an artist or not, next time when something doesn't go as planned, try embracing it. You might just end up with something more meaningful than you originally envisioned. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like, to comment and subscribe. If you have ever had a project go complete sideways, whether it's art or just life in general, tell me about it in the comments. And until the next time, stay creative.